In this video, we'll see how to add OPCOMM blocks and where to place it for real-time simulation with RTLab or real-time simulator. Okay, at first, what is OPCOMM block? So, OPCOMM block is responsible for mainly two things. First one is it's responsible for communication between two computation subsystem and between computation subsystem and GUI subsystem. I think you know already what is your computation subsystem and GUI subsystem. Computation subsystem is SM subsystem, SM underscore subsystem, and GUI is SS underscore subsystem. So you will find it in your Simulink library. Okay, there will be RT event, RT lab, everything will be there. If you have installed uh, RT lab, so I'll show that in any other video. Okay, in this video I'll just give you one theory only. Okay, because currently I'm using 2021 B MATLAB, and it's not for supporting this version of MATLAB. There is no release of RTLab yet. If you want to show me that where I will find in MATLAB library and everything, I can make video for that. Just tell me in comment box if you want. And OPCOMM block can be found in RT lab library. Okay, and Simulink library wizard once RT lab has been installed. Okay, after RT lab installed, you will get it in Simulink library. So where we'll place this OPCOMM block? OPCOMM blocks is like compulsory block for any real-time design model. Okay, you can't run a real time can't do one real time simulation without adding this OPCOMM block. So how to place OPCOMM block in model, we'll see now. So all subsystem SM, SS, SC, I think you have idea about this SM, SS or SC. If you don't have idea about that, you can check my video in my channel. Okay, I have one details video on that, naming of subsystem, how to do how you should give name of subsystem for real-time modeling. So these inputs must first go through an OPCOMM block before any operation can be done on the signal they are associated with. So what you have to do, any input signal coming to these subsystems at first must go through this OPCOMM block. At first picture you can see, like after one model, that output is going through OPCOMM block. This is not right, you can see here, and right side figure 1 here you can see one input is coming through a OPCOMM block. So every time you have to remember, whatever input is coming to any subsystem of your designed model, so it should come through one OPCOMM block. Okay, so the OPCOMM block must be inserted after the subsystem creation and renaming. Okay, so you have to remember this. Maybe you will face this problem without creating subsystem or without giving name SM underscore subsystem or SS underscore subsystem, you will not be able to add this OPCOMM block. Okay, so maybe you have already faced this problem, or maybe you will face this problem if you don't create that subsystem you have to create that subsystem, and you have to give proper name of that subsystem. Up only after that you'll be able to add upcome block nicely. Okay, so one upcome block can accept multiple input in one subsystem, so it can accept more than one inputs, and double click on the block to select the number of input required. So just double click on that and you'll be able to select number of input ports, how many input ports you want to give to that upcome block. Okay, each point signal can be a scalar or vector. So next, in the computation subsystem, I think you know SM or SS. If it is like your you have one simple model, then the subsystem will have only SM. If your subsystem is like complex little bit, then you have to add more than one subsystem. Then you have to name as SS underscore. Okay, one Ofcom receive real-time synchronized signal from the from other real-time subsystem, and one Ofcom receive a synchronous signal from the GUI subsystem. So GUI is which one? GUI is that SC subsystem. Okay, graphical subsystem, where only input and output port is only input and output part is there in that subsystem, that GUI subsystem. In the console subsystem, one outcome is enough. In most cases, more outcome block up to 25 may be inserted to receive signal from the real-time subsystem. Multiple outcome block define unique acquisition group with their own data acquisition parameters. So SM computation only receive asynchronous signal from SC underscore GUI. Okay, and only one outcome block is in SM computation. So suppose you have created one model, it can be connected like this, and remember, look, when input is coming, when input is coming in one subsystem, then only it's going through that outcome block in SM subsystem, also in SC subsystem also. Okay, it is not like the output going through outcome block. It's any input come to any subsystem must go through the outcome block. Here only SM computation means only one computation subsystem in use, so it's taking only one core of your real-time target. Okay, real-time simulator. So here three subsystem is created. One is SS, another one is SM underscore, and another one is SC. Here you see it's like it can be connected like whenever you're connected means it this all this connection depend on your model, how that MATLAB model depend on that MATLAB model, how you designed your model. So it's not that much very complex thing, this connection. Here just you look that all every input coming through only that outcome block. Okay, after coming outcome block, it will be connected with the other part of that subsystem. Okay, here two computational subsystem is used, so it is using two core of your real-time target. Only one outcome block in SM. Okay, what kind of signal it's getting, so it's showing here. Look, you can even add more than one outcome block. It's depend on complexity of your subsystem. So that's it guys for this. It's only the theory part I'm showing here. If you need to see in practically with HartyLab, yeah, comment me in the comment box. I'll make video on that also. Thank you guys.